Have you ever wondered why life, with all its cool opportunities, can still feel like a stress-fueled puzzle? Well, it's because we are trying to juggle everything at once, like choosing a career, finding the perfect partner, or picking the best news source. It's like having a gazillion options and feeling overwhelmed. But hold up, what if I told you there is a way to make life feel more like a party and less like a chaotic mess? That's where these insights come in. Picture this. Instead of spreading yourself too thin and burning out, you can focus on the stuff that truly matters to you. It's like creating your own personal highlight reel. So buckle up for the ride as we explore how to give zero cares about things that don't rock your world. In this video, you will discover why comparing yourself to others is a no-go and why being a bit self-critical can actually make you a superhero. So let's begin. Life is full of challenges, but the key is to find the right ones for you. What do you really want in life? It's not an easy question, but having a clear goal is crucial. Vague ambitions won't push you towards success. You will face setbacks and hardships on your journey, so it's essential to have a goal that truly matters to you. Imagine wanting to be a CEO. It sounds cool, but being a CEO is tough. Long work hours, tough decisions, and the responsibility to fire people. Without a strong determination for this goal, you will struggle, and success will be unlikely. Since struggle is inevitable, find something worth struggling for. Identify what you enjoy doing. When you work on something you love, the battle becomes enjoyable and you will thrive. The author, for example, loved writing about marriage, so he started a marriage advice blog. Despite the challenges, he thrived and turned it into a successful full-time job. Don't look for an easy life without adversity. Instead, find a goal that makes the struggle worthwhile. Say no to tasks that don't bring you joy and focus on what truly matters. It's about concentrating on the few great things and not caring about everything else. Facing challenges can often lead to great things, but being happy and content depends on having the right values. Let's take John's example. He always compared himself to his neighbor, who bought an expensive new sports car. Fierce and determined, John worked hard for 2 years, saved enough money, and finally bought a sports car too. However, John wasn't satisfied with his achievement. The reason for this is that he kept comparing himself to his neighbor, which led him to feel like a failure. The lesson here is that we should not let comparisons ruin our success story. John's journey teaches us that measuring ourselves against others can lead to constant disappointment, even when we have achieved great things. It goes without saying that we need to find healthier values to judge our achievements by. Now, let's take a closer look at how we can find the right values to live by. It's common for people to focus on bad values that can lead to disappointment and unhappiness. One of these bad values is comparing yourself to others, which can make you feel bad about yourself. Another one is chasing pleasure above everything else, like drug addicts do, which can make you anxious and depressed. Using material success, like wanting a bigger car or showing off a fancy watch, is also seen as a bad value. Studies have found that once basic needs are met, more wealth does not make people happier. Instead, it might even harm well-being if it's pursued over things like family, honesty, or integrity. To avoid these bad values, it's important to find good values to believe in. These values should be based in reality, helpful to society, and have an immediate and controllable effect. For example, honesty is a good value because you can control it. It's based in reality, and it helps others by providing truthful feedback. Other good values are creativity, generosity, and humility. So the key is to focus on values that make sense in the real world, benefit others, and are under your control. Feeling like a victim can suck the joy out of life. Imagine being forced to run a marathon instead of choosing to do it for a good cause. Even if you run well, it wouldn't be fun. Many of us go through life thinking we are victims of circumstances. Failed interviews, rejections, or missed buses make us feel unhappy. Take William James, for example. Born into a wealthy family, he faced health issues and family criticism. Feeling like a victim, he almost gave up on life. But when he learned to take full responsibility for his actions, everything changed. Instead of blaming outside influences, he took charge of his life. This mindset shift led him to become a pioneer in American psychology. So, if you ever feel like a victim, think of William James. If you are in a tough situation, take responsibility, learn from mistakes, and you can live a better, happier life. Imagine you are a big shot at a fancy company, loving your job and the perks. Now picture a chance to climb even higher, but there is a risk of losing it all. Most people would back off. Thanks to Manson's law of avoidance, the tendency to flee anything that threatens our identity. This fear holds back budding artists and writers who fear criticism could wreck their dream identity. Our identities are just made-up labels. By letting go of these labels, you can break free and do what truly makes you happy, whether it's family time or building model airplanes. We often encounter people who think they are always right, even when they are not. This can be frustrating as they refuse to listen and hold on to their beliefs. However, we too can fall into this trap by ignoring evidence that challenges our views. To avoid this, we must question our beliefs and consider alternative perspectives. By doing so, we can make better decisions that lead to greater happiness and fulfillment. Love is like a roller coaster, thrilling but can be out of control. Romeo and Juliet's love led to tragedy. Romantic love can affect our brains like cocaine, creating euphoria and crash. Pursuing the same intense feeling with someone new leads to heartache. In Shakespeare's time, people chose partners based on compatibility instead of intense emotions. Good love is when both partners support each other without being controlling. It's important to aim for the good kind of love, where both partners work together as a team. We all know that one day we are going to die. Ernest Becker, a doctor of anthropology, said that we spend our mortal lives seeking out immortality projects, things that will endure as our legacy. It's this desire that encourages some people to chase fame, while others may seek to make a mark in politics or business. The desperate urge to make a mark causes us stress and anxiety. There is a simple solution to our problems. Instead of chasing after immortality, we need to shift our focus to the present and stop caring about fame and power. Let's find purpose in the current moment and strive to spread happiness and joy around us. We often take on too much, leading to stress and unhappiness. Let go of what causes pain, focus on what's important, and develop a constructive approach to work, love, and life. Thank you for watching Think Big. Please comment, like, and subscribe.